Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. It is Tuesday in GTA Online, which means tomorrow on Wednesday, Rockstar will be previewing to us their new GTA Online upcoming event week. News, information, bonuses, discounts, and more. They'll be giving all that info and those details to us early for the changes that take effect live in-game early Thursday morning. On Tuesdays, I like to give you guys a reminder and a refresher of all of this week's current limited time opportunities that you don't want to miss out on, because while this hasn't really been that standout or even average of a week for money making, besides one bonus, which I'm sure many players, including myself, are completely sick of after grinding MC businesses for 2 months now straight, there are some decent vehicle opportunities that you don't want to miss out on if you haven't been playing the game, haven't been grinding, or even if you're sort of new to the game, you have some cash you want to deploy. Well, we'll be talking about some things that you should check out and just see if you want to pick them up or not, because they're only going to be here this week and then they'll be going away, and those opportunities will be going away. One of which is this vehicle right here. It's on discount. It's a great supercar. You definitely want to check it out. We'll be talking about it a little bit later in today's video. We're going to get started with everything. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in. Now let's get it. When it comes to the money bonuses for the rest of this week, one of the opportunities is on bunker research missions, where you're making double the money, double the RP, as well as research progress on the bunker research missions. Normally, these pay out $10,000, 1 to 2,000 RP, and give you 16.66% research progress. This week, you've been making $20,000, between 2 to 4,000 RP, as well as 33.32% research progress. You can, of course, assign your staff to research with the bunker. I always recommend you just keep them on manufacturing and just fast track your way through the research, but this has been a bonus this week. And honestly, that $20,000 you're making for running the missions by calling up Agent 14 to unlock all this research has not been that bad. We also have double money and double RP on the short trip missions. Those normally pay out $50,000. They've been paying out $100,000 this week. The community race series as well in the job section. So if you hit that, you got a play job, community jobs, stunt races. These have been paying out double money and double RP. The production speed at your math lab, that MC business, has been double this week as well. So you've normally been making, say if you apply the mentioned production speed boost as well, the math production and the math lab payouts were giving you about $223,000 worth of pure profit per hour. This week, that jumped up to 446 grand, of course, with the double the production speed as the bonus. Granted, you already have the mansion production speed boost applied as well. Again, really solid, but I don't want to do double the sale missions for MC businesses anymore. We've been doing it for 2 months, so sick of it. But that is a bonus that we've had for the week. And if you want more details on all this, I have a weekly update guide you can go back and check out from Friday. This is just, of course, a complete reminder. And then the last sort of money bonus, the weekly challenge, just a way to make some extra money. You win 2 adversary modes, you make 100 grand. For our major property and business discount for the rest of this week, the Math Lab properties and upgrades, as well as the modifications at your MC Clubhouse, well, when you actually go to buy the business and you want to buy the Math Lab, you can get this business for 40% off. Now, I know I just talked about in the bonuses section how I'm so sick of doing the deliveries, because I am. Many players are. But if you haven't yet to get started, the Math Lab is one of the upper tier actual MC businesses, allowing you to make a ton of money. But as with any other MC business in the game, whether it's the cash, the grass, I mean, the document forgery office just absolutely sucks, or even the Coca-Cola, if you just wanted to grind MC businesses all day, you could, but that's such a boring grind. There's so many other better active ways to make money than just drive around slow delivery vehicles when it comes to any MC business. But if you don't have it and you need it, well, you can buy it here for 40% off. It's useful for the nightclub, so that's why I would recommend it. But on its own, I just really don't care about these businesses anymore. For vehicle discounts, we'll start off on Legendary Motorsport. This is where we have some nice vehicle opportunities for the week. So these are all going to be 30% off that we're talking about. First, we have the Pfister Comet S2, $985,950 on sale. The Overflod Autarch, so the car you saw me using in the intro of today's video, you can get this for $1.368 million at 30% off. It's definitely a great supercar. Recommend you pick it up. Next up, the Emperor ETR1 is on sale for just under $1.4 million at 30% off. We have the Gallivanter Baller STD that you can get for $1,200,000 here in the 4-door section of Legendary Motorsport. The Western Power Surge is up next for $1.123 million. This is a great bike to use in time trials if you need. The Nagasaki Shitaro is 50% off this week. This is unrelated to the discounts for this particular weekly event. It's part of the Valentine's event, so you have 1 more week to take advantage of this if you don't have it yet and you don't want to buy it just yet either. The Volcar Warner HKR on Southern San Andreas Super Autos is on sale for $661,500. The Benefactor Vorschlag Hammer on sale for $1.253 million. This is actually a great drift machine if you want. It's a nice classic Mercedes as well. I love this car. Next up on Warstock, we have the Weaponized Dinghy on sale for $1.295 million, and then the HVY Vatir on sale for $1.141 million or $855,000 with the trade price. Neither of these are worth it in my opinion. But the Western Company Rogue over on Warstock, this is a vehicle that's absolutely worth buying. This is an excellent plane. Highly recommend it, $840,000. In my top 15 aircrafts video, this broke into the top 10. And then a sneaky one for this weekly update is a Benny's vehicle. So you kind of need to go to the Benny's website to find it. Otherwise, you will completely miss out. It's the Truffati Nero. This car is excellent. When you can get it for basically $1 million flat, it's absolutely worth it. It's actually worth buying two. One to keep just your normal Truffati Nero. It's a Bugatti Chiron. It's excellent. But then you could take your second one to Benny's and upgrade it as a Benny's upgrade and Benny's custom vehicle to the Truffati Nero Custom. Check out that look. You can make this thing look absolutely insane with all the customization. You unlock so many more personalization options once you actually convert this thing to the Truffati Nero Custom, and since it's on discount this week, that's why I recommend you buy two, because it's worth having just the stock version as well as the Benny's custom one as well. Here at the Diamond Casino and Resort, your podium vehicle for the next couple days as part of the rest of this weekly event is the Invitero Coquette D10. And we talked about this on Friday in my free DLC vehicles guide video. It's a pretty sweet car. If you've driven the Coquette Blackfin around, this is very comparable. It's based on that same C1 Corvette, albeit the Blackfin is a little bit more like cartoonish and more of like a caricature of that old Corvette, because they're also mixing some elements with the Austin Healey as well as the Nash Healey, so it's not quite the same. The D1 is definitely more of like a faithful representation of that old Corvette. But that being said, amazing exhaust notes. The Blackfin just sounds a little bit more loud and aggressive, so if you want those huge burbles when you're downshifting, those really loud exhaust notes, like, the Blackfin is going to be the way to go. This car is still fantastic. Super strong acceleration, great top speed. The handling, I think, is a little bit better. The Blackfin likes to slide around a little bit more. This is not about being the fastest retro sports car on the road. This is about if you want to drive something that looks completely spot on while being fast enough to be very rewarding to drive. I think the handling profile is just overall very good on this vehicle. And so I'll always take another in my garage. Let's head on over to the Lucky Wheel, spin it up, try our luck, and see what we can walk away with. We did win a vehicle a couple weeks ago. I haven't won one since. So let's check it out. We're gonna come right around to it. We're gonna go right past it. Yep, wow. $50,000. We were one notch away. I will take the 50 grand though. That is not bad. Also, don't forget about your daily visitor chips. Here we are at the LS Car Meet, and we're here to talk about the prize ride for the rest of this weekly event. Because this is the Ubermacht Reinhardt. All you need to do is win one LS Car Meet Series race, and you can pick up this car for $0 in-game. It's that simple, it's that easy. This car is pretty great. It's got strong acceleration and a really good top speed. It handles great in the corners, doesn't have oversteer, and that's due to its all-wheel drive. That's going to give you great grip, on par with some supercars to be honest. But when it comes to that handling and when it comes to powering through a turn with that all-wheel drive, you have to let off the throttle with this particular car, because if you don't, this thing claws against the road. You know, the tires grip so much and it's just clawing around the corner that you just understeer, you just plow. It doesn't feel like the turning radius is that sharp, and it doesn't feel responsive. You don't even need to brake to go around a turn with this thing. Just let off the gas. I mean, you have to take the turn at an appropriate speed, obviously, so you don't just slide and crash into a wall. But if you're going that speed, you don't need to brake in approach for the turn. You could just let off the gas and then coast through the turn, hit the gas again, you're good to go. The bad thing about this car is, despite it being a long wheelbase styled like wagon, right? It's low to the ground, especially you can slam this thing with the suspension. But the thing is, it still feels like it has a high center of gravity. So if you hit a bump or a curb, you actually have a tendency to roll over and flip over. So just be very careful of that. It'll handle tight turns well if you treat it that way, but you do have a rollover risk. So just proceed with caution when driving this car. It's great though. I highly recommend you pick it up. Here at the salvage yard, we have the following three vehicles for the robberies. The Bravado Greenwood is the bottom tier vehicle for the week. It's the low tier. It's featured in the Gangbanger robbery. Then we have the Classic Broadway featured as the standard tier vehicle in the McToney robbery. And then the top range car for the week, the Grati Furia, featured in the cargo ship robbery. None of these are claimable, and usually I stack these up at the end of the week to complete them. So if you want to check me out over on twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv and watch a live stream where we just bang all these out back to back to back, feel free to do so. And when it comes to the gun van stock and selection for this week, we have some interesting picks. So the combat shotgun is featured here. We have the service carbine, which is 30% off for everyone. We have the compact EMP launcher. This is a 30% off discount reserved for GTA Plus members only. We have the RPG featured here, the marksman pistol, as well as the pool cue. Alright, so here we are at the LS Carmi in the test drive section. There's 3 vehicles you can pick up, and honestly, all of them are pretty solid in their own way. We've talked about these in my weekly update guide in detail, and we're getting towards the end of today's video, so I'll just do it very briefly here. We have the Ocelot Lynx. This car has a ton of torque and really good acceleration, but, you know, just a totally mid-top speed. This is an average sports car at the end of the day. It's got a decent bit of understeer in the sports class. The thing that really makes this thing average, though, is not really necessarily its performance. Like, its performance is still average, but when you consider the fact it's like lukewarm performance at $1,735,000, there's just so many better performing vehicles and way more vehicles in the game that provide you more value for what they cost. That being said, though, it's still a great looking car. I like driving. It's still honestly like probably a top 25 car in the game for me, just looks wise and overall, because, you know, money is no object for me in the game. But if you're totally broke, I would probably stay away from it. Then we have the Bravado Verlier, high top speed car, really good handling, honestly, good for taking sharp corners. You get a little bit of speed loss in those corners, but nothing too crazy. I'd say the best part about this car is its unique engine sound and exhaust note. It's inspired by the Wiseman GT MF5 as well as the TVR Sagaris as well. So to me, it's not the most visually appealing vehicle, but audibly, it's unbelievable sounding, just like the Coquette D1. I love this thing so much. You could pick it up for yourself for 695 grand. Then we have the Lampadati Pijali. This thing is surprisingly high performing, good acceleration. You can rival supercar level speed with this car on long straightaways and long stretches. It's front wheel drive, which is kind of bizarre, so it doesn't have the best turning radius. I mean, look at the wheelbase as well. So it does suffer in the handling department, but nonetheless, handling may not be great, but the traction you get is actually good. It's got really good braking and very good crash deformation as well. And if you want to buy this one for yourself, it's going to run you $400,000. Here at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and this in-game vendor, we have some interesting picks for the week, so let's just go through them real fast. First, the Dinka Enduro. It's a very lightweight and maneuverable off-road dirt bike. It's got the classic Honda styling, those old XL 250s. It's a really sweet bike. You can't use it in off-road racing, though, which is really sad. You can only use, like, the Sanchez and other bikes, so it's just, it is what it is. But if you want, like, an older Honda dirt bike, this is it. You can get it for $48,000. Pretty cool, honestly. Next up, the Western Rat Bike. This is what this bike is. I almost got confused with the name for a second, but yes, this is the Western Rat Bike. Again, pretty cool, rugged, loud, basically a motorcycle that has comparable performance to the Wolfsbane if you've ridden that around. This bike has 124 mile an hour top speed. Maneuverability is just kind of average. It's going to run you $48,000. Next up, the Tornado Rat Rod. Really solid acceleration with this thing. Low top speed, really poor handling. Look at the long wheelbase, look at the tiny little hockey puck tires up front, and the massive drag tires in the rear. Obviously, you need bulletproof tires on this thing. If you want to buy this thing, $378,000. Next up, the Hijack Rustin. It's inspired after the Vol 05 vehicle. It's actually a very agile and nimble and quick to make it around the track kind of car. It looks super lightweight. This thing probably weighs as much as a feather, and you think the crash collision and the damage that you would get from crashing would be absolutely off the charts with this thing. But this thing is actually surprisingly resilient. Do not discount that. This is a car you definitely want the bulletproof helmet for, because look how exposed the cabin is, especially with it being that convertible. This one's going to run you $476,000. Then we have the Lampadati Michelli GT. For a car like this, you're getting average performance in the sports classics category. You get exceptional grip on turns, you lag in the top speed department, even in a straight line. It's compact, you got a bouncy suspension. It's fun if you want to treat this car as like a rally vehicle, but for just normal racing, I feel like there's a lot better options. And if you want to buy it, it'll run you $1.245 million. If you want more details on these cars, I know I like flew through them. Same thing with the LS Carmi cars. You can reference my video from Thursday as well, where we went more in depth. But this is just to remind you if you missed out. We're going to be wrapping everything up right here, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did go on to enjoy, definitely consider dropping a like on it, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new and you want to see more GTA 5 Online content just like this. I upload long-form videos every single day. You can also check me out over on Instagram, Twitch, as well as Twitter if you kind of want to stay up to date, especially twitch.tv/HazardOusHDTV for more GTA Online money grinding live streams. It is the GTA 6 waiting room over on there. But yeah, otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, for the weekly update news and information when we actually get it from Rockstar. It'll be sort of like the preview news, and then we'll go into detail Thursday morning when all the changes take effect in game and we get to actually review the cars in person, check them out, walk around the showrooms, all that. So have a fantastic day. See you guys tomorrow. Adios, amigos.